Hello Twitch. While changing discs, I dropped the Vampyr disc into a crevice, and I couldn't find it. I was kind of worried, but here it is, obviously. Oh. Fix this, people. Fix it. Fix known damaging issues in your software. Always a good thing to do. Alright, that's working. Load the game. Oh yeah, so last time it crashed. Don't know where it'll end up loading, but it shouldn't be too far off. So, tonight is, I'm going to just keep going until the game is over, because it should be, if not near the end, if not right at the end, it should be close enough to beat tonight. Howlongtobeat.com, the best resource in the world for Let's Players, said it would be like 20 hours. And let's see, this is the 12th stream, and a couple I did short, though a bunch I did long, so count it out, let's say. So this will be 12, 24, 36 hours. So I've gone way longer than Casual Plus, like main quest and side quests. Not completionist, but oh, where am I? One step under completionist, like main game and side quests, which is pretty consistent. It's like what I've been doing. But that said, about 25 hours. So to be fair, I did spend a bit of time kind of doing nothing and just walking back and forth and talking to people and curing people. I mean, it wasn't completely unproductive, but it was a bit of a waste. It was inefficient. That's the word. Oh, you're new. You're new here, at least. Oh, this is all set to dodge out of that attack, but I didn't need to. Oh. Oh, he looked like he was gonna explode. Okay. So, this wasn't the right direction, was it? No. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about the level design in terms of like the streets and stuff. Ah. Oh, screw you, gas. I'm not sure if that hit me or not. The you're in trouble indicators could use a bit of work. So I'm not sure if I like the street layouts or not. Sometimes it's a maze, sometimes it's like, oh, I know how to turn here and stuff. Go away. Alright, so There must be another way around. You. Unknown.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No. It's me who bites them.
Oh.
Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Sounds like you're a vampire.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The
She
voice
just told
in
you.
my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me.
Sounds like a
please,
good
Doctor.
thing. Only has incoherent speech when speaking about what happened to her. Okay.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Wonder when she got here. If I just overlooked her, or if she's just been sitting here this whole time.
Have you recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
He is dead, I've heard. I wish I was dead too.
I must go now. Goodbye.
Depending
Miss
on your definition, you might be. Okay, that's weird. Alright. Can I get around somehow? Ah. You guys should have locked your back gate. Or in your back door? Wow. Okay. They've got like the magic words in front of the front, but the back's just wide open and waiting. That's funny. Oh, I hate these load screens. I always have to fiddle with stuff. Move my microphone around and things.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Improvise. He doesn't know I'm here.
Don't you know better?
Ah, he found me. He took like no damage from my claws. Ooh, ooh. Well, that was strong.
Stupid newborn!
You might be right this time. Time to back off. Gotcha. Alright. No, not the gun. Get rid of that thing. Useless. There we go. This is the good stuff.
Your prey is
You are
mine!
very strong.
This is my territory!
Oh. My health is not good.
Stupid newborn!
Ah. Who's stupid now is a question that should never be spoken.
Don't you know better?
Who's stupid now? Every time I think that and get just like blown up, if I would have said it, I'm gonna say it.
Your prey is mine now!
Oh, who's stupid now?
You're feeble! This is my territory!
Ah. Oh, who's stupid now?
Your prey is mine now!
Ooh, a bite isn't a full stamina restore anymore.
You're
Have to
feeble!
remind myself of that. Who's stupid now? Yeah. That was a good fight. The best boss fights are the same person as you, but slightly stronger, and with the same exact with almost the same powers as you, with comparable powers as you. All right, I can go around and pilfer now. Key to the basement. I bet there's some creepy stuff in there. That's where the ancient vampire Illuminati keeps their little secrets that they don't want getting out. Oh, I thought I had to take that. But I have to bite the guy? Good dagger. Oh, okay. No, I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. Bad dagger. Well, there's Redgrave. Is there a way to the basement? That might be one. I think if there was, I would have seen the little circle. Aha! I don't like how it's loading. It's not a good sign. Oh. Well, this should load faster. Depending how PS4s work, I don't know. If it was a PC, it would load instantly. If it was of the master race. Of course, I have to make the disclaimer that I'm saying that ironically. Obviously, I'm playing on a PS4. I wouldn't have a PS4 if I only played the master race of PC games. But some people just can't take a joke. Or some people can't comprehend what jokes are. History and purpose of the Ascalon Club. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837 to honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke and true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fiber. Since the club accepts mortal members who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality, the goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the holy lance held by St. George's, protector of England, when the saint slew the dragon. As lance-bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the Empire's interests. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. I've got like half of these. Yeah, like I'm not gonna go out searching for all the missing lore notes and stuff, and I'm probably not gonna finish those quests about the Braille note, and if I don't find a clue that leads me to the exact location of, yeah, you're not going anywhere, buddy, of the journey to the past, the side quest right there, I'm probably gonna give that up.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is the last hope.
This is more important than the club, you, or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
So I'm not sure if his blood caused Redgrave to only make skulls, and that's why he's like, cease this farce, or if he's just like, dude, just go along with it. I don't know. Okay, so can I do this at any crafting station, or do I have to go to the hospital and my weird little table that I can only craft things at the table? Be continued. Actually, this seems slower than usual. I said as the percentage jumped up to 90.
Why can't I forgive you?
Find a hideout. Okay.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
That I can do. Look at this like opulent mansion, and then like I've just got this terrible room. Well, I guess the rest of the room isn't bad, but this like piecemeal crafting table that is just like all the others. It's hilarious. Okay, not to analyze, to oh, 0. Yeah. Okay.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
I know where she is. I also appreciate how the music ramped up. The music in this game's generally... Get out of the way. God, Alfred. Yeah, this is good music. We'll see.
I cannot enter.
Oh. Oh! What did I get? The basement key for the Escalon Club. I never used it. Which means they're still hiding stuff. I hate to keep doing this, but there's probably some really valuable and or important lore-wise stuff in there. I'm not sure that that's the that the basement isn't here. It could be some random place. Could be a duplicate key for all I know. But I believe in the key. And that's what's really important. Deciding what you want is real. And working your way off of that. Okay. Strong key with the tag saying Escalon Club. Basement access is for members only. Isn't the whole building for members only? I guess not if they brought Lady Ashford or... Yeah, Lady Ashford in here. The recreational use of blood. As Ascalon members, we always tend to respect etiquette. We are in many ways members of the good society, sometimes recognized as public figures. We do not find a delight in orgies and bloodbath like our adversaries assert we do, and if one of us were caught in such caricatured and immoral act, he would receive the appropriate opprobrium. But what about the blood? What about its recreational use? How could we deny the ecstasy that the vermilion ambrosia should bring us? And with what else could we toast with, as any good fraternity should? To answer this delicate question, the law of conduct inside the club goes as follows. As long as the original mortal vessel is not brought inside our walls, each member is allowed to drink whatever he wants for his own usage or to share it with with friends. Drink what you want, deal with the way you want with the original vessel, but never inside the club, unless I personally authorize it on some special occasion, of course. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. One more of those. Got 2 of the Laws of Ascalon. Ascalon. That's all that was down here? What a pointless journey I've made. What about the door? What's in the door? Well, what a waste. I could have sworn that would be useful. And not a complete waste of time. I mean, I found the little note. It was an interesting read, I guess, but completely useless otherwise. not down there. That was the new lady. Oh, I had no idea where she came from. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go around this way. Where was the place that had a huge bridge? Here. Okay. I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way. Surprise, surprise. Is this open? Yes. Wonderful. Oh. That was... oh. I thought he was gonna explode. That was easy. Reach the hive. Oh, I should have upgraded my weapons while I was there. Is there another one on the way? Yes, there's two. In fact, this is my new goal. I'm a bit lost. I'm too upper class for these docks. I'm not gonna come and or just stand here and wait while you come and kill me. I'll fight back, but only if you're heading at me. I was, what, 8 levels above that thing? Man, if you just bit people left and right, like everybody, this game would be, well, I guess it would have more enemies, but it would be a much different game. It wouldn't be Bloodborne, it would just be like a beat 'em up. Thames Banks. Thames. Not this nonsense. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. 168, 143. I think that does more. Can I upgrade this? No. Wait. I can add one of these. Less stamina or 3 stun points. All I need to do is manage my stamina better, but stun points are always better. Okay. And can these be upgraded? That one can't. That one can't. Those are all the side upgrades are there. Yeah. Maybe I should sell this. In fact, if the price is good. These 168, 143, 252, 220. I think the answer is clear. I could do both, but the answer is still clear. I want to do more damage. Oh, it's a lot. Now, should I keep the handle parts in case I get another weapon? They have been strangely sparse. Maybe I could get another weapon at the last minute. So this would bring me up to 220. Then I would I'd get extra damage too, so 242 versus 273. Yeah, it's not enough to make me change that. I need some fatigue treatments, big time. And that's good. I'll make another one of these just in case. I don't know how many blood points I have. It's easily look upable, but I choose not to. So there. You know what? I'll just make 3 of each. Max them out. And they're equipped. Okay, good. Bed. Here we go. Got 2 levels worth of stuff. I should probably up the bullets that I can carry, but I'm never gonna use them ever again, so claws. Don't have enough. Actually, how 5 stun, 345 damage. 7 stun, 480 damage. That's a lot of XP for that amount. Maxed. Surprisingly not. Like, barely touched. Increase blood absorption. I generally get a decent amount of blood, but could always use more. It's never full. It's always like 80% of my bar. Okay. That's most of what I had. Okay. Nothing special here. Pembroke, not looking so good. Ooh, it's in hostile. That could cure a couple of people, but with Swansea gone, it's just gonna keep going downhill. Surprisingly, actually I'm not sure if it's low or not. I don't know what to think. Nobody's sick, but The pillar is dead, and 2 people are dead. So it's 73%. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. Everybody's healed. Jeez. Sounds like it's coming from right outside my window. You having fun out there? Jesus. You know what? You did it, champ. I have to go now. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Fine. That's all right. Okay, looks like it. Wait. Where did that come from? Oh. I was worried that the Pruin might have come in here. But the Pruin. Okay, I guess I'm taking the underground entrance into the horrible place. Which is apparently called the Hive. Today I learned. Direct your own risk. That's why I'm here.
This place has been ransacked.
Oh no.
They've all been slaughtered. Pruin. No, not their style.
Too many weird sacrifices. Small bag of junk, alright.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Oh, hello. Wait. Huh. Okay. I thought I just found the weirdest bug in the world. Now, I don't know if this is her blood or the blood that just emanated from every pore of everyone there's body. I'm gonna assume it's her blood. Oh.
Where is old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
Oh no. It's Satan. Hi, Satan.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
No, I'm totally prepared. I got a
You
gun and
at
everything.
last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
You're really a Satan?
Blood. You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood.
Whoa.
Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
That got pretty metaphysical quick.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector
Red
of this
Goddess.
land. I have many names.
Just give me one then.
Yeah, that'll
There
do.
are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man.
Marlin?
But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
Okay.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Couldn't have just, like, pointed me to the Ascalon Club and been like, this is the guy, you listen to him?
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
Metamorphosed into an apocalypse might be the coolest, most metal-sounding thing I've ever heard.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star.
No, it doesn't.
For they reappear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
Wait, actually, it does. Kinda.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
Can I just stop now?
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
Yeah, I hate that gross gas.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke. For you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother.
You're not my dad.
Be brave, my child.
Okay. That was weird.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance. This is despicable.
Yeah, I thought I was picking something up. Oh look, a huge arena again. Gross. Another lobster claw.
Oh, I'm sick.
You don't say.
I'm sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
What? Isn't he supposed to use it on her? No, you weren't. That's objectively a lie. Looks like this'll need a different approach.
My daughter from me.
Oh, half my blood's gone.
I was a good mother.
No, just stop lying. I don't know whether it's to yourself or me, but don't. Ooh, that's not a lot. It's a very small number of damage. Ooh, yes.
Nobody ever helped.
Very good. Gross. Uh-oh. Is she entering a second phase? Ooh, maybe.
They took my daughter from me.
Who's they? Okay. Oh. Ooh.
This anger I feel, is it rough? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
I wish I could lock. Oh, I can lock on. She doesn't take stun damage. Alright. 387. Well, glad I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. Though I mostly did.
Give me more! They are so young!
Start back at the second phase. Oh no! Might as well. Well, there's ups and downs to remembering what you had equipped. That was a down.
They took my daughter!
Ooh. No.
You wished I was dead, didn't you?
Yes. That's
They
why I'm
took
trying to
my
kill you.
daughter from me.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Is this a dream? Awake.
Red Queen's avatar. It's not even her.
I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
She's weak against blood attacks. I find that ironic. Oh, don't drain my blood.
Feed your mother, child! Such innocence! Such guilt!
Oh. I used the wrong no, I did use the right syringe. It did nothing. Great. Oof. Time to use another syringe. There we go. That did something. I have another syringe.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
I'm just gonna avoid you guys. You need to stop flying, lady. Ooh. Didn't think that would happen for some reason. I bet you didn't think this would happen. Oh.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
Right. I gotta switch to the shotgun. That's probably the worst possible timing. Nullified. Oh, so close. Yes!
Do you think your champion defeated me, child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that was the final boss.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suascal territory.
You just asked where she was a second ago.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Ah,
Others
but
will
I'm
come,
different.
engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suascals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize.
I don't think it was
Perhaps
that bad.
there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
Oh,
You
good
were
work.
Lord Redgrave's wife.
Oh.
Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient, malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Ooh.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
What's up, Satan?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
Wait a minute, doesn't that mean that he was turned into a vampire by a concept?
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
Obviously they're contagious.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Okay. You lost me.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing. since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
This ain't over.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
But I thought we were friends.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is as wise as it is ancient. You have nothing to fear from it.
I am not afraid.
Do you truly think they are merely scholars poring over dusty books? The stole of St. Paul wielded faith sufficient to cast a dragon into the abyss.
That is just a legend.
Am I not a legend? Are you not about to become one yourself?
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Someone's
Have
here.
I not already answered that question?
Well, no, but you hinted towards it. Towards somebody being here. It could have been literally anybody else.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it.
When did that happen?
It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Did they just pull that like really subtly and like barely mention it or mention it in text or something? Or did they just not say it at all and the game is totally bugged out?
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce.
I don't know
for
who
I
Alfred
rarely
the Great
feel the
is.
urge to protect this land anymore.
I think he was
But
some
yes,
kind of politician,
one of those you named
leader,
is your immortal brother.
nobility kind of guy.
Maybe you shall meet one night.
Maybe it was him. Probably wasn't Guy Fawkes.
So that is all we are to you. Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Just do it.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child.
My child.
I shall dream about you soon.
Okay. Locked.
It's locked. The castle walls look decrepit.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Dude, you could just punch a hole in the wall. Use Red Dead Redemption controls again. Haha. Mary Englewood, born Whitaker, 1534-1578. Robin Englewood, 1530-1578. This gravestone is empty, or it's unmarked, at least. So those two were important for some reason. Can't look at any of the other ones. Might as well open this up. No? Okay. Whatever, man. It's like a free country or whatever.
I cannot enter. The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
I think she is, which is why everything's all locked up and dark. Well, I guess it's dark because it's vampire mode. Wait a minute. This is broad daylight. Why am I fine? There we go. Is it on the map? There is no map. Okay. Is this openable? No. Why would it be? Why would I be able to go through a door? This isn't the kind of game with doors. Enterable doors. That's ridiculous. Ooh. This, however, looked promising. Aha. Your rubble betrays you. No. That's just a back entrance to the rubble. Okay. Aha!
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume.
She's probably
must
on
be
the other
here
side of
somewhere.
that door. Old letter. London, 4th August 1865. Okay, this is a pretty old letter. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky. Although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health, you're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies, inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint-Louis, suddenly closed when the French people chose, my God, I can't even write these words down, to cut their king's head off. Such a place, destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls, will surely accept my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to make your project a huge success. Yours ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset.
It's locked.
Portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood by Johannes Vermeer, 1666. Okay, so she was around last time. So, does that mean she caused it before? Oh, hey, it's me. What am I doing here?
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Copy of a letter. Ashbury Castle, 21st September, 1795. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Okay. That's where it just came from.
This castle is falling apart.
it is several hundred years old.
Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Her perfume is still warm. Okay, I don't want to go in there just yet. Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in Versailles, 1788. Okay, I'll go in here. It's a room. And it goes into the crypts. Okay. Looks like nothing else important in here.
This painting looks suspicious.
Which painting? This painting? Oh, this painting.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
That's a cool painting. I want that in my room. That's the Crimson Queen or whatever. Which would make that, St. George or whatever. William Marshall. I don't know. I can't keep the name straight. Okay, so a sword and a crescent moon. Huh? Oh. Well, here's a sword. Don't see any crescent moons. However, I do see an entrance to the crypts. And I can't open that door. Alright, maybe if I go up here. There's weapons up here too. How nice. Old contract, Inverness, 11th February 1807. Dear Miss Ashbury, when last we communicated, you asked for the conveyance of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I am happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that, for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstances should the carriage try to pass a river by boat, but always by road and bridges, for the precious wood and relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll also find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. Very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, Independent Contractor. However, we were a little bit confused about your request to not put any stakes through the coffin. We will, however, oblige.
It's locked, all right.
Alright, I'll unlock that. Oh, it's way over there. Huh? By Vincent van Gogh. Huh?
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Shield. Sword.
One last switch, and...
I can't tell what this one is. Crescent moon?
Voila.
Did this just open up? Yes. Oh, cool. It's nice and creepy. Ancient Tome. 1217. An angel came to me. Blessed be to God. Michael appeared to me last night in all his glory, shaped in glorious blood, to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground only to awake the next night. You will serve me as you served your king, said the angel before striking me with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I will leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be God. 1350. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under Temple Church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. The Black Death. An epidemic set by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. 1569. It is almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and in the end is uncertain. From time to time the plague, the Black Death, reappears in a village, in a town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of the mortals' suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures. I won't let this land collapse. Until my last breath I'll serve and protect England. 1578. Tonight in the small village of Haddiston, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak, without fearing for her own life. Her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Englewood. I'm not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. 1618. My heart is breaking. My soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I knew. Taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path throughout the ages. This is her wish, and I will respect it. Elizabeth Englewood, my sweet daughter, is gone, for she now wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to Haddiston, she will find me there, managing the Bull Inn her parents owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times, too, now that the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. 1665. The devil is at work again. The Great Plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the Bull Inn and go there. Once more William Marshall shall protect the land. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. The flames cleansed the city of the demon's presence, but half of London burnt down. Ever since I have dreamt of a red flood of slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster had tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries I am afraid. I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. 1667. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate, I bit her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? 1712. My prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I've heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with this new progeny of yours. You're a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I will find a way to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall only rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. 1785. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul's Stole has finally agreed to meet me in London. They propose to meet inside a new cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Dus Astro, the eater of stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify any blood. Blessed be the Lord, it took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I finally may have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most. For time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I'm ready to endure this excruciating pain. 1786. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Tear of Angels, blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. Stop that. After months of impatience, almost made mad by the hunger, I waited again and again until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I had chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first, for she was only Lady Blackwood now, the dreadful mistress of the dark who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I had inflicted to her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her, had given her the blood of hate now burning in her veins, in her soul. I told her that I had found a cure and that I had managed to create one dose of antidote. I gave it to her to give her back her precious, peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impeach me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the Tear of Angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. 1794. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France, after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of an entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, as I repent for all the murdered souls caused by the negligence of more than 100 years. 1795. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She has recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat, far from temptation, far from the noisy, crowded cities. I can't wait to embrace the solitude, find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There I shall find peace at last, with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. Ah, what a mouthful. Okay, so she's down here crying a river somewhere. Possibly with a chained up elder vampire.
Drop your... You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Why here?
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
London is saved.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
I'll save that for later. How'd you meet him?
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Privacy.
Who are you?
How could I
understand.
Thank you.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
Oh, that was a good ruse. The disaster.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
So he didn't see the Blood Queen.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Okay, what type of crazy is he? Denial or hallucination? Is he calling something else that wasn't like another mythological creature, vampire, like how werewolves are vampires here?
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it would be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long, as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Murden, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
Oh, now you're the
That
death
is a risk I
creature.
cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
I had choices to make.
I forgive you, and that is my choice.
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
Oh. Why would you do that?
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Okay, I guess that's it. It was a long ending sequence. Also, like, not really a lot was said or done throughout that entire bit of dialogue. I guess they learned a little bit, or we learned a little bit about Lady Ashbury's past, but we pretty much read that in the book that was sitting there. I guess if you don't read it, you can learn about it in the dialogue, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, so overall, this was a pretty good game. It could have used more weapon variety and more power variety. I think like every time I leveled up, I just put like everything into base stats, and this is kind of like an action RPG, so it's like you want to level up your most important stats, so you know that's one thing. But when you have, let's see, like 8 stats that it's just like I'm never even going to get one level in it, that's not good. Also, guns were pretty much useless. That's fine for the way I played it, but I bet a lot of people probably didn't like that. Again, I'm gonna make a comparison to Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, by default, a lot of people probably built their character for a character that couldn't shoot well and use guns as like their main damage dealer, because it's not really designed around that. But you could make it work if you distributed your stats right. But in this, there's no gun stat. It's you got health, stamina, and blood and bite. you don't have individual like strength, dexterity, gun skill. Actually, I'm surprised that there wasn't a gun skill. That's kind of weird because there was a they had all the skills for like blood-based attacks, and you know, you could upgrade your bite, but there weren't any skills that upgrade just your attack or your gun. Just your damage in general. That's actually kind of weird now that I think about it. I guess that's what the upgrades are for. The crafting. But I don't think 5 levels of severely limited choices of weapons is enough to cover that. It's kind of weird how limited the choices were, especially with the guns. I think I had a total of 3 or 4 guns by the end of the game. So yeah, that was weird. Other than that, I like the whole like community concept. It might not have been pulled off the best way. I think they could have improved it. Somehow, it just felt like it wasn't all there. Like, I can't think of anything specifically to that made it fail in any kind of way, but there's just a feeling I have that it's like it wasn't the best, but it was kind of a cool thing. I did like it. I think maybe having to go around and give people cures to a million different diseases, that probably wasn't the best design. I think everyone having like their own kind of little quest and the dialogue choices, that was good. Maybe they should have just left it at that instead of having the disease thing, which brought it down. But I guess it fit with the story, so that works. Graphics spot on, setting worked. That worked really well with the setting. Same with the music. I can't really say anything that's just like straight up bad about it. I don't think that there actually is. If there is anything that's just outright bad, it's just the weapons and crafting. It's kind of there's some weird difficulty spikes. I'm not a fan of crafting in modern games because I think a lot of the times it feels shoehorned in. This didn't. It felt like it belonged. But it is what it is. I think it could have gone up to 10 instead of 5, and had more common, a more wide range of numbers, rather than rare upgrades. That would have worked out well. Oh, the traversing across stuff. Traversing across the city was not ideal. There wasn't any fast travel, and the like vampire teleport thing barely had any use. I would have been able to forgive a lack of fast travel if that had if that was a way to basically speed through the city, and it wasn't. In fact, it was barely used at all. It was used to get into a couple buildings and to cross the river, which it was a complete waste, if you ask me. That was a cool mechanic, and it didn't get enough time at all. But other than that, good job, guys. This was the sort of the litmus test for Don't Nod, to see if they can do a good game besides Life is Strange, and they did it, I think. What were their first 2 games? Remember Me, which is utterly forgettable, haha, and I can't remember. Ghost Detective, let's call it. You're a ghost who's a detective, and you have to solve your own death or something. I never played it, but I heard it wasn't the greatest. Yeah, and now Life is Strange 2 is coming out, so I'll be playing that. So look forward to it. The other thing is, now that I'm done with this, I was planning on being done with this 2 weeks ago, and then going back to Yakuza Kiwami 2. I don't even remember where I am in that game. Nobody really was watching it. So that new Pokemon game for the Switch is coming out on Thursday. So I have that pre-ordered. I might just I'm considering just finishing Yakuza on my own and starting Pokemon on Thursday as it releases. I don't know. If you have an opinion on that, let me know. You can send me a Twitter or send me a tweet on Twitter, or post me something on Facebook. I think all my info should be on my Twitch page, so you can find me there, or go to my YouTube channel and make a post in like the community comments section. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think think about that over the next couple days about what I want to do with that. In any case, that's all for tonight. I thought we were gonna have to go for another 2 hours or something, but that's it. Alright, I'll see you Thursday at 6 Central. Alright, bye.